services to the public on most of these days.
Sorry to interrupt the honourable member. His time has expired. I call Dennis O'Rourke.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. New Zealand First MPs have discussed and will oppose this particular bill for two fundamental reasons. First of all, because it is a piecemeal approach to this issue of shop trading hours on these particular holidays. The purpose of this bill is to allow the retailers within the districts covered by the Waitaki electorate to trade on Good Friday and on Easter Sunday, so it's specific to those areas, and that is a piecemeal approach, and that is really not good lawmaking. The second fundamental reason is that New Zealand First MPs believe that this uses an undemocratic process and that there are better options for that. You see, Mr Speaker, these issues might be dealt with either nationwide basis through Parliament covering all of New Zealand, or locally by local government if empowered to do so. If it's done nationally, you will get consistency through the whole country, but you will not reflect local circumstances or attitudes. If it's done locally, you would get a piecemeal approach, and that is inconsistent with other areas, but does allow for local circumstances to be taken notice of. The attitude, Mr Speaker, in large urban areas tends to be that because there is something of an exodus at Easter and Christmas for holiday purposes, there is a need by attitude to give all staff holidays on those days, because there is, after all, in those areas plenty of opportunity to shop on other days. The attitude tends to be in smaller areas, smaller centres, rural areas and holiday centres, where the circumstances are very different, because there is an influx of people and there's a need for access to all shopping needs even on those holidays. Local attitudes are to take economic advantage of this. So there is a significant difference in attitudes between these various areas. Therefore, our conclusion is that there needs to be a horses for courses approach and not a nationwide one. But the method should not be for government legislation on a piecemeal basis, as this bill is. Government should simply empower local people to decide shop opening hours for their holidays in their areas, taking account of their circumstances. But councils themselves, Mr Speaker, should not make those decisions. New Zealand First believes that they should be required to either conduct a comprehensive consultation process or actually to conduct a referendum, and that's the democratic approach. Therefore, for those reasons, New Zealand First MPs could not support this particular bill, but New Zealand First MPs would support another bill to ensure that local government addresses this issue democratically, so that it takes account of local circumstances and gives everybody in the district a say. And that can only be done by referendum or by very wide consultation. And if local areas decide that in their circumstances, for their reasons, they want these extended shopping hours on these holidays, then New Zealand First would support that. And that would be different, as I've said, Mr Speaker, as between urban areas, large urban centres, rural areas and holiday centres. The circumstances are so different that a New Zealand-wide approach is not appropriate, but a democratic decision-making approach by referendum or by consultation is appropriate. So New Zealand First could not support this current bill for those reasons, but would support an alternative such as that I have explained.
I call Todd McLeay.
Okay, thank you very